I've asked you to come to the studio, Mrs. President, because you have now been elected president of a body, a European body, almost nobody knows about. How do you feel?
Well, being elected as the first woman president in the Council of Europe, in the Congress, I'm very proud, yeah. I just say it that way. And I think it's a good signal to the world outside that the Congress is open, the Congress is going a new way, and it is a pity that the Congress is always confused with the European Union. And wherever I am, I make the things clear. And then the people understand, and they understand how important the work of the Council of Europe and the Congress is.
But I'm asking you this not very nice way, because being here for 30 years and being a so-called senior European correspondent, I've always had difficulties in, so to speak, selling stories concerning the Congress. But isn't that a shame? Because the Congress is the representation of the common people, actually, more than the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe, correct?
Yes, it is a shame and it is correct. It's not a shame, it's a pity. And we do the work on the grassroots, closest to the people. And where is it? At local and regional level. And our work is very, very close to the people. But the problem is that the work we are doing is not seen at once. Let me give you an example. I mean, if democracy, human rights and rules of law doesn't work, and we see it in our days in Europe, what happens? We have a crisis, we have problems, we have a race of xenophobia, of racism, of corruption. And that's the reason why. Because democracy, human rights and democracy do not work. And that's what we are doing, and in times where everything was going well in Europe. People didn't think so much about it. It was not so important, they thought. But it was the beginning of the problems we are having today. And we will fight and defend those three core businesses we have. And I think it's our work to bring it, to make it more practical for the people to understand what we are doing.
The three core?
The three core, as I mean, the three most important pillars are democracy, human rights, and rules of law. But the core business we have is the things, how we do those things, and those are monitoring observations, election observations. We are doing many things, pre-election observations like roadmaps.
Where are you making a difference?
Where I am making a difference to whom?
No, I mean the Congress as such.
The Congress as such is yes, we are the basic worker. We are the ones who just give the fundament to all other political fields in the for the European authorities.
Are you recognized as such out there?
Too less. Yes, too less. And we are not recognized as such as because in the past time those things weren't so visible, were not so important. But today, I think we come to a level now where people start to realize that is very important what we are doing. When we are discussing, as we did just now in the hemicycle, I'm coming from there, the rapporteurs on Turkey informed us about their first visit, their first fact-finding mission to Turkey.
On which occasion?
On the occasion of mayors, the situation of mayors in Turkey. This is grassroots level. This is closest to the people. They are dismissed from their councils. Why are they dismissed? Do we have proof that they are terrorists or not? And we are investigating. We are not investigating. We are looking at it, and we talk to the authorities. We try to find a way of clarifying the situation there for mayors.
But do the public in Turkey learn about these kind of investigations?
That depends what is transferred by media.
Exactly.
And that is the problem. And very often the work of the Council of Europe is happening behind the curtains. And why? We have 47 member states, and we are a platform of discussion, of arguments, and very often we deal with very difficult situations, diplomatically difficult. So it is not so well known outside at the moment how much the Congress is doing concerning the situation in Turkey or in Ukraine, because this has to happen behind the curtain. We may not destroy the discussion level, and
thereby the possible results.
And thereby the possible results. And the difference is also, if you can give funds for projects, then you are seen. We give other things than funds. We give help to each other, best practice models. We try to find a way in discussion to clarify difficult situations. And this is often very hard to bring to the people, to make them understand what we are doing.
A very interesting aspect is you have taken in youth. You have young people from all over Europe taking part in the session we see behind you, where it is the voice of the youth you are listening to. How do you feel it has an impact both for those participating, the young people participating, and the assembly?
Yes, because the young people are multiplicators. The young people can do political work peer to peer. And yesterday they introduced a project they were working on over the summer for 6 months. Different projects, how to make young people all over Europe more interested in politics. And they told us they were working over the summertime, and in this period they reached over 3,000 young people. And we could not come as so-called old politicians to the young people. Perhaps or often they do not listen to us, but those people are multiplicators, and then they know now the Council of Europe. They have been here for the second time now. They're involved, they are committed. And what could be better than young people bring the Council of Europe and Europe to the young people?
But you have as a neighbor to the building here, the youth organization of the Council of Europe. Are they involved?
They are involved in the selection of those young people, but I cannot give you all the details to it. But nevertheless, how much they are involved, we cannot have enough departments, authorities working with young people.
I saw that among the participants, the young, there are people coming from Ukraine, from Russia, from Turkey. So, in fact, you have a possibility to reach out there, but are they listened to when they come back?
I think so, because here they are not alone. They are not just a youth delegate from Ukraine, Turkey, or Russia alone. They have the delegation members from the countries. They get in contact. They learn to know politicians from their country. And I think this is a very good way to build a bridge from the young people from those countries to their own politicians. And they keep in touch. I know it from Austria. I mean, it's a little different situation, but I'm still in contact with youth delegates who have been here, who are writing to me now when I became the president. So you see, they are watching me. I'm watching them. We are not only watching each other, we talk together, we say, can we do something together? What could we start? Can we make a project? Can you come to a discussion? Things like that. And I think that happens not in every country, but in some. And if it happens in some, it's more than nothing.
What's your vision for the Congress?
My vision for the Congress is first that the Congress is taken a lot more in consideration on the national level, that it is that they really feel the importance of our work. I will work for that very, very hard. And your question at the beginning showed what is the most important thing. We know what we do. We have clear ideas. But the important thing is to bring it out to the people, to make them understand. We need the Council of Europe and we need the Congress. That's my vision. And there I would like to come one step further. Now 2 steps, 3 steps.